What's up, guys? How's it going? Welcome back to another unboxing showcase review. And look what we have. Mythic Legions. This was one that I had been waiting for to pick up. Considering the fact that I had this pre-ordered, I am so happy it finally arrived. This is from the Poxus Wave. This is Aracagorr. I believe, the one dragon that we have received from the Four Horsemen. This is incredible. It's enormous, and I'm so happy we finally got it in. It's very, very cool. It looks intimidating as hell just from the box itself. It's unbelievable. So let's get to looking at this figure because it's incredible. Box packaging. It is the, I think it's like the ogre style or like half giant type size box. Correct me if I'm wrong because I'm kind of going on the fly here at the moment. This is the side of the box where we do have some information about Aracagorr right there, which is actually pretty cool to actually know that there is a dragon in the lore. Here are other half giant or ogre scale type figures that actually is in the Poxus Wave, which I cannot wait to get as a Hazar. This is their Jin. That is Tharnog, which I believe is a orc mage type. As there is the faction that Aracagorr belongs to. But yeah, there you go. There's the box. Window packaging, always lovely to see. So let's take an open look at what we're going to get here. You guys know I do unbox the figures here right in front of you. So just to let you know, I did open this already. This is just for purposes so you understand what comes inside the box, how everything is laid out. So let's take a look and see. As you can see, it is a big tray. This figure was kind of like tied in, and it's got some twisty ties as well. So there is the first tray that you would see the figure in. And then on the bottom, we do have his accessories. So that's pretty cool to see. But let's unbox everything, put everything right here in the diorama, and have a better look. All right, guys, there we have everything out of the packaging. Quite a few stuff, which is very cool. At least we got some options going on here. He definitely has a weapon. It's always good to see. But the biggest thing that we have is this tail. Amazing. We're going to get a tail on this dragon. You do have to connect it together. I did at one point connect this. And I did it in a different way because I had to pop the torso out. So there's a different way because there is an open spot here in the channel of this. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that. Extra hands, everything. But of course, let's go over the accessories first, and then we'll go over the figure. All right, guys. First off, 3 sets of hands. Gripping hands, fists, and some relaxed hands. He comes with this sword, which is incredible looking. Really, really cool. Look at the hilt right here. Handle, everything. The colors on this. It's got like a dragon's head right there, so the sculpt is very nice. All the colors you can see here. Oh, it's like a patina color within the sword. There's damage on it too. Very nice to see. Look at that. You see all the damage on this side as well. So there's all these cracks and creases, all of everything. This is pretty cool. And then it also comes with this purple flame effect, which is absolutely, it's so cool. Very, very cool. You can just slide it right on there just like I did. Very easy to come off. So that's a nice touch. That's very cool to see this type of accessory. These flame type effects or magic effects that we get from this wave is absolutely wonderful. And last accessory, of course, we have his tail. His tail has a point of articulation right here where you can turn like so. There is no bendy wire or anything like this, so it is going to just stay static in this position, but you can turn it while it is attached to him. So how this is attached, as you can see, there is this little rounded notch here. What I did before was I actually removed the torso from the legs and then I plopped it on there. But there's a reason to make it easier, which I didn't pay attention to, was the opening on this tail that you can actually just kind of slide it into the peg right back here. So, and of course, he does have soft goods, so there is an area where you can have this underneath. So that way you can just tuck that in there. But you're gonna have to search for it because it is under there. There is a spot where the peg is for the ball waist. You're just gonna have to kind of slide that in there, and hopefully, well, I'll kind of hope for the best in here. And of course, I didn't loop it through. Should I loop it through? I guess I can do that because you're not supposed to do it that way. You're supposed to go in and out from this spot. But for the time being, for the purpose of this, I'm just gonna have it slide in like so you guys can understand what I'm doing here. And then you should have this tail completely installed. There you go. Just did it. See how simple that was? Very, very easy. Now, this hole here, yeah, doesn't matter to me. I'm okay with it. But there's this tail. You can maneuver it around like that and still have them. And, of course, it'll help balance too. Also, keep this in mind. There's other accessories. His armor is also accessories. So his pauldrons, you can easily pop off here because that's how all Mythic Legions are. You can take that and maneuver and remove it. His harness, this whole belt harness here on his chest, I'm saying harness, but I could be saying it wrong or using the wrong term. That can also be removed. The armored skirt piece here, this can be removed. The loincloth can be removed. And even his wrist gauntlets, these can be removed as well. So these are all accessories technically. The only thing that doesn't get removed is his legs, the shins. This armor shin area is part of the sculpt. So that's the only thing that you cannot remove, because if you did, then you basically have a whole naked dragon, which would have been cool too, because then you can have mix and match different parts that you may have with other ogre scaled figures from Mythic Legions. But this is pretty cool. I still enjoy the fact that, it's half this dragon. It's really awesome. All right, let's go over paint and sculpt, because this paint and sculpt is phenomenal. The colors on this dragon are absolutely phenomenal. Take a look, especially on the back end, because look at these purples, these highlighted purples, and the blues and aqua colors. It's so good. And the sculpt, it's everywhere. The sculpt is everywhere. Look at the scales on this. Oh my God. We're taking this off for a moment. Look at that. Very cool. There is even some shimmer. There's kind of like this glittery shine on certain areas of the scales, which is amazing, right? It looks so good. The armor pieces have this patina paint scheme on it. It's very cool to see that. So you can see that touch of I want to say it's almost like a copper color, and then you can see the greenish tones that are in there. Very cool. And of course we got the silver buckles and the belts, everything that's painted too. So the attention to detail is incredible here. Even here, look, you got the belt buckles painted. The skirt piece, the armored skirt piece, same paint scheme as the pauldrons up there. Very cool. The harness too, you can see the texture detail that they got going on. Very cool to see stuff like that, right? We have soft goods for a loincloth. Even with the scales, you can see, of course, in the tail, everything, you guys have seen that. Hands as well. Nails are painted too in black. The paint and sculpt is phenomenal. Then with the head sculpt, what a beautiful head sculpt. He's got these horns that come out. They're all different colors as well. Jaw opens up, got its tongue in there. You can see they sculpted that out as well. Very cool. Incredible looking figure. And now with articulation. So starting off with the head. The head is, I think, on a ball, but the way he turns is like this. So you can't really do your simple left and right. It's kind of like a pivot going this way. Can he look up? A little bit. It depends if you can move the ball back a bit, but that's pretty much as far as it goes for looking up. Looking down is a different story as well. You can move the ball slightly. It is a dumbbell joint, yeah, so that's as far looking down as it goes. So it's really just looking straight if you think of it that way. That's really looking straight. That's more looking down. And of course, we got our articulated jaw. You can see how far that can open up. Shoulders with the pauldrons on aren't going to go very... Oh, it does go to 90. So even with the pauldrons on, it's pretty good. He has a single jointed elbow right there. You can turn at the shoulder as well. You can turn at the wrist. All hands have a horizontal joint. So this, I would have liked a vertical joint for the gripping hands because he's holding a sword. I would prefer the vertical joint. But there you can see the single jointed elbow. He has a diaphragm cut right here, so you can maneuver this very, very nicely, very generously too. He can pivot all throughout that diaphragm joint, turning as well. And then he has the ball waist. Ball waist is good too. It's got a lot of range that you can pivot a lot, a whole lot. Going forward, just slightly going back, you can go back pretty. Oh, you can go back pretty well. So that's actually a good range for this size of a figure. But the ball waist is nice to see because it does help maneuver quite a bit with his range. He does have an upper thigh cut. He's got the single jointed knee that does not go very far, honestly. So that's the straight, and it gets probably that much room. I mean, the armor piece is going to block it, and the size of his leg is pretty thick. So that's as far in terms of the knee. He can twist at the knee, and then he's got his ankle joint that's kind of like actually it's a pin. So you can pivot and can move it slightly back and forward. So there you go. There is your articulation for Aracagorr. All right, and Aracagorr stands at about 10¼ inches. That's really big. That's incredible. So starting off with our comparisons are my usual suspects that I typically have right at my little box here. So we do have a McFarlane Toys. There is Spawn. And here we have some Marvel Legends for various sizes. Of course, there's Venom, Spider-Man, two different types of Marvel Legends. Star Wars Black Series. And there's a Mezco 112 Collective Holiday Gomez. And how about a Plunder Strong and a Plunderling? And how about a Loose Collector Hyde figure? And here is a Mythic Legions Valiant Knight. And here I have Thrace from the Poxus Wave as well. And here is the Half Giant, which I'm surprised, very surprised that he's actually shorter than Aracagorr. And then here is Cosmic Legions Kragnar, which basically is the same, it's basically the same body. I'm pretty sure, but there is a difference. There's absolutely, it's just weird because it looks like Aracagorr is taller. From my viewpoint, he's taller. He's got the same feet, legs. Well, at least the thighs are. The lower, the calves are different. The arms are the same. So are the hands. And the torso and the upper torso looks the same. So that's where I'm at. I think it's really the area of the head. The head is just, the Aracagorr's head is definitely much bigger. But it just seems like I think it's got to be the calves. These are smaller calves than this. That's the only thing that I see that could give Aracagorr a little bit more height. because you can easily see how much taller he is that way, because it is still the same body. It's absolutely still the same body. So they're really, yeah, it's the same. Everything's the same. I think it's just the legs that give it that extra height. So that's still pretty cool. I'm glad that I can compare this, because when I got Kragnar, I was extremely happy, and this is a really cool, you know, Cosmic Legion figure. But there you go. That's comparisons right there. All right, guys, there you have it. There is my unboxing showcase review on the new Mythic Legions Aracagorr. Extremely cool figure. It's absolutely a cool figure. To have a dragon like this is absolutely cool, especially for my Mythic Legions collection. It is a long time coming to get a dragon, and this is superb. This is a great looking figure. Paint, sculpt, everything is incredible on this figure. I love it so much. It's phenomenal. So let me know what you guys think. I would love to hear your thoughts on this Mythic Legions character. Hit the comments below. So make sure you hit that like, comment, subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. On our way to 6,000 subscribers. So thank you guys so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Hope to see you soon, and I hope to see you on the next hunt.